Hey there, everybody. Been a while. Apologies for the lack of streams. Yeah, yeah, no, I am not dead. So yeah, unfortunately, this means Superhero Life 4 will one day come out. Um, but yeah, no, it's been a crazy couple weeks. But I guess the gist of it is that about 2 weeks ago, I ended a relationship with a very wonderful person. And moved and began my move back to the United States. I still love them very much, and they are, a great person, and we're still on good terms. So nothing dramatic happened really, but it's complicated. Those emotions are always complicated. But I think that this will be better for both of us in the long term. And yep, that's it, zone. And so yep, yeah, it was my girlfriend, Yanni, for anyone who saw her on the stream before. But yeah, like for the most part though, like that's not really the reason y'all are on stream. Yeah, the nah, for the most part, while I of course did benefit from having a few days off. I actually like the relationship ended while I was still streaming. So it's just the reason I've been radio silent for the most part is because I've been moving continents. So yes, I live in Denver now. Brazil was amazing. I really did enjoy Brazil. So I think that that'll always be a special place in my heart, in meu coração. But yeah, now I live in Denver, and I'm in my new apartment. Thank goodness y'all can't see it because it's a mess right now. I've also ordered a actual webcam stand, so hopefully we'll get better camera angles soon. Because I'm not even on a desk right now. I'm on a kitchen cabinet. My desk is arriving in a few weeks, uh, so I'll be finishing up this place over time. But apartment tour never. Sorry, yeah. I think that I I don't know. I think that for the most part, I'm never going to be known for my real life interior decorating skills. And so y'all can just imagine that I'm really good at it. And face reveal? No, no. This is actually a VTuber. I really wanted to, look like a 40-year-old man. And yeah. So what's it called? But yeah, no, I mean, like I'm just going to be in Denver now. Going to get a haircut soon, probably. Going to start biking every day. Start looking younger, hopefully. And also probably streaming more. I'm going to be doing more streaming. In fact, some contract work of mine, like it seems like it's going to be entering a slower period. No, I appreciate it, Eric. Well, when I say I'm going to probably trim my beard, I'm going to make it shorter. Y'all have seen it happen before. It's mostly just making it look a little bit more like intentional rather than I just have given up on life, which I haven't. I'm actually doing pretty well for the most part. Obviously this is never the ideal time, but um, yeah, I'm pretty good at relocating and refocusing on work. That's a skill I've built up over the years. Um, yeah. Oh, whatever happened to Pocket Devs? Oh, Pocket Devs. That was sort of a Pokemon inspired thing, except using Roblox developers. Huh, my camera just flipped. It's weird. Guess we can fix that. So one way to do it. Okay. Don't know what that's about. Yeah. It's because it's used to me being on the other hemisphere, and so like gravity will just flip on occasion on me. Um, but yeah, the well, you know. Admittedly, I say cool as an automatic response, so I'm not sure I blame him. But Pocket Devs was a Pokemon inspired game where you used developer characters rather than like Pokemon items. This, for the most part, I don't know if it would even work today because I think that the Roblox developer community has just grown so much. There aren't nearly as many like widely known people. If you were to do it today, you might want to do it with like YouTube influencers or something. Um, but that'd probably be more complicated to get the branding rights for because they actually have brands. Back then, it was more like you could just go up and ask someone, "Hey, you want to be in the game?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And but yeah, yeah, it's it's never a fun time. But I don't know. I think that in terms of bad things that can happen, this is actually one that I've gone through before to an extent. Yeah, that's why I moved out of New York for the same reason. So that's how I ended up in Colorado Springs, though now I'm in up north in Denver. So this isn't like new ground for me. It's not fun ground, but it'll work out. Um, but yeah, the yeah, yeah, but Pocket Devs was fun. I think if I remember correctly, me and the other developer, Insanely Luke, who doesn't really isn't really as active anymore, but I met him during my first internship. Very nice guy, very talented. Um, and I think we just had a disagreement on the direction to go with it. I believe his point of view was that he wanted to do more of a directly. He didn't want to mess with the recipe too much. Like obviously with the Pokemon game, it's very linear, like sort of like RPG kind of like you go on a linear quest and there's stories and you bump into things and have little battles. And my opinion was that since this is Roblox, it should be social and multiplayer focused because very few single player games really succeed on Roblox. And I think that we didn't, there wasn't like a fight or a fallout. I think it's just we could never really find the right balance between our two visions. And so we ended up just, putting the game on pause. And then, as you know, whenever a game goes on pause, most of the time it never unpauses. And yeah, that was 6 years ago. But yeah, the let's see. Is this going to be part of the? So that's actually an interesting question, Squid Stick. Right now, this is the stream time. This was actually always the stream time for me, for the most part, because this is 5 p.m. All that's changed is I've gone from 5 p.m. Brazil time to 5 p.m. Mountain time, which is, I believe, a 3 hour difference. Um, I let's see. I think I'm going to post in a few days a. Yeah, heroes. It's been a while. Um, Yeah, no, I will do my best. Depending on how much work I have in the upcoming weeks, I might consider. I don't even think. I think I might even do more streaming than just 2 hours a day. It might become a thing where I stream from like 1 p.m. through 6 p.m. Mountain Time, or which would be like so like I might. I'm probably going to increase how long I stream. I don't know necessarily what that time period will be. It might just be, it just might end up becoming more flexible. Like, just know that I'll be streaming for like 5 hours a day, but the exact time as to when it'll happen will just be kind of decided at the beginning of the day. Um, it's crazy how I can just mess up my hair like nothing. You know what the worst part of having a giant forehead is? You really have to keep the bangs short, otherwise it just looks like your hairline's going away. Like my hairline has been right here since I was 19. But whenever you grow it out, it just looks like you have like a comb over or something. But anyway, the so for what it's worth, if I do ever go bald, I think bald with a beard is not a bad combo. I got that Kratos build. Um, but yeah, hey there, Val. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Whoever moves first release superhero form. Okay, yeah. After powers. Okay. Actually, that actually, Bo and the Witchy. Oh no, we have a Brazilian who I'm going to disappoint. I'm so sorry to say, Mundo da Nana Santana. I am no longer in Brazil. But it was a beautiful country. I understand why y'all cheer whenever it's mentioned. Um, so let's see. I think one thing that there's this really cool program that I think I'd love to start working on with y'all. It's called Obsidian. Um, let's see. Is it showing up right? Okay, yeah. I appreciate it, Nana or Santana. I don't know which one of these words is. I guess I can just go. So it's World of something Santana. Okay. Well, appreciate it, Santana. Um, let's see. Yeah, I am. I am. So that's so that this is actually part of that. So this is a cool little tool called Obsidian, and if you check it out, so let's just do some stuff. So um, power. Okay, so how about we just call it? Okay, so we're gonna do some quick iteration. Okay, so a power is a series of. Okay, so let's also make one for abilities. Whoops, I need to move this here. Ability. And ability is a single action that's played like an animation. It's played like an animation that can add handles, it can add various effects to various VFX to the character. Okay, so we're just okay. So just hold with me. So now VFX. Let's add a new one. Um, if effects effects are audio visual um, temporary changes to a player character surrounding environment triggered by an ability. Okay, and so now that contains various effects and sound and what is it? Trying to remember the exact syntax. Okay. An effect that plays a sound from the character can be looping. Okay, so now what I've done here, a series of is this it? There it goes. Okay, see? Um, no, no, I'm not starting from scratch, I promise. Gotcha. Okay, so it's Nana Santana's World translated. Okay, appreciate it. And I guess Nana is Nana your first name or is Nana like the title, like a Nana? Um, but yeah, so the reason I'm doing this is because in theory, um, let animation and effect that changes how the character that runs the character through a series of timed poses. Okay, so I think, okay, so now what this allows for is it actually makes a little network. And over time, we can actually build out kind of a visual map of things, which I'm excited for. And so, yeah, this is just going to become our sort of go-to place to document ideas. But yeah, okay, so library, melee. Okay, so there, all of the powers are stored as, oh, I should just, okay, so we have melee, we have ranged, we have, was it transportation or what was that final one? Ranged, I guess, flight. Why not? Okay, so we'll just flight. Okay, so then, yeah, we can just melee powers. Okay, a section of the power library focused on melee powers. Okay, so I promise this, we're going to get to more interesting stuff soon. Basically, the dream is that because this is also actually completely written, here's the cool thing about it. This is actually written as little markdown documents. So we can actually read them and modify them. So if we wanted to sort of add like flavored text and documentation to it, we can actually build that directly from this, you know? And that's what I like about it. It actually can be integrated into your code, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, so let's see. We can also make a section for the so basically the goal is that we're going to be able to plan out stuff here, um, and yeah, that'll we're just going to build this out over time. So I might also do this is probably the most likely area which I'll do off stream unless you guys find it interesting. Um, yeah, well, kind of. It's more like it's probably more of a mirror replacement. Admittedly, it's just a way for me to design things and like organize my thoughts. Um, and so yeah, that's the main goal of it, at least. Um, yeah, I think that my willingness to adapt is both my biggest strength and my biggest weakness. It means that Superhero Life 2's remake will be literally one of the best it could have ever been in any of the multiverse. But it also means that Superhero Life 4 did not come out. You know, like it gives and it takes for sure. Um, so let's see. Can I just copy this? How much trouble will I get if I just copy that? Okay, ranged powers. Okay, so now, um, hmm, okay, so powers library. Okay, sing on flight powers. Okay, Pepsi Man. Um, well, thankfully, now that I have, well, one of the benefits of being, single is that literally I can work nonstop 24/7, um, without, having to pause for silly things like having a life and socializing. Um, but yeah, that's something I'm probably going to do for a little bit. Not necessarily to an unhealthy extent. In fact, I'll probably be healthier than ever. I'll be biking a lot more. Um, but yeah, that so we're going to get a lot of progress into this game relatively quickly. So look forward to that. Yep, I did. I did. There's no hard feelings between us. It's just, that I think that's something which is kind of hard to explain to people, but how you can love someone very much, but also understand that, uh, you know, the relationship just isn't going to work. Because I feel like in romance movies they kind of all go into the idea of like, oh, all you need is love. No, so sometimes sometimes we're more than just our romantic feelings, and sometimes stuff's more complicated. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so I am totally down to add more cars and such. Um, oh, also, by the way, I got a this is something I'm excited about. Um, would y'all like to see the coolest thing ever? Um, coolest is relative. I'm going to be posting about it a little bit tomorrow, but for the most part, basically, I made a UI library. I finished polishing it up. It translates it to a bunch of different ones. You can even check and see how every single component looks. Like there's like sliders, there are switches, there's all this fun stuff. And so I'm pretty happy with that. Um, yeah, will there be swimmable water? Probably. We'll see. I I still don't know when and how I want to tackle water. I just know I should do something, It might become a thing of like focusing more on just keeping all the water shallow and making things splash, you know, like keeping it so that you're always kind of standing knee deep in it. But I don't know. We'll see. Kind of like how Godzilla is always kind of near the surface of the water. Um, Water running. Okay, yeah. Well, water running. I mean, that was in the original. Be a shame if I didn't have that still. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. Okay, so let's actually get some. Okay, so let's just quickly list out the kinds of what are the kinds of weapons we have here? Okay, so we have melee action set. Okay, so let's go through and list out some of the actual powers. So we have sword, a, or in the powers library with a sword mesh. Let's also just let's see. So let's duplicate that again. Uh, make a copy. All right, the katana with a katana mesh. It does higher damage with lower knockback. Okay. What else? What does the sword do again? Okay. Sword hand? Well, the thing is, I actually can theoretically do more complicated stuff like replace a limb with a sword. Like that's how we got the claws because it's now generic to which joint you can actually put it on. So that's actually pretty doable. Um, we just gotta sort of scale it up at a we need to decide what our scope is so we can stick to it. Claws with a claw mesh. Let's see. Does it how much range weight? Okay. Okay, so claws, so then knife with a knife mesh has a reduced range but higher um, slicing ability. And let's see. So copy. Okay, so then trident. High knockback, but low slicing. Um, and then hammer. All knockback, no slice. Okay, so now let's check. I just want to. I like seeing this part. All right, so we have all these little things. Let's actually let's custom. Okay, so we can actually see it animate over time, which I think is cool. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just fun to watch. So we can even do some. Let's do. We can color it a bit. We could do some different. Um, so we can call this one. We'll make this one powers. Okay. Okay, that doesn't mean much right now, but we can also add stuff like the map. Okay, so map. Okay, so let's make locations. Um, I guess let's rename this maps, plural, because we're going to have more than one map over time. So we gotta pre-plan for that. Um, uh, what do you mean you don't use faces? Like it's not something that it's like it's broken or something that don't that like nobody really goes much into. Um, uh-oh. Oh, well, fair. I mean, it's not the most interesting part. Hey there, Ryan. My very talented friend has dropped by. We use the glasses. I think the I think that the goal is just to allow for people to have that customization if they want it. Because right now there's only kind of expressions, and I think we're going to be having expressions be more of a dynamic animation thing rather than just a like single permanent thing. Um, really interesting. Yeah, there's probably a yeah um, map. Every there are multiple map. Okay, there be multiple maps developed for the remake, um, including starting at one per game, but likely branching out to multiple per game for Superhero Life 4. Okay, so then, oh, also, fun fact, this is probably where we're going to get a bunch of lore. Um, it's all right, Wolfgang, right? I didn't make them for the most part. Um, Botnot, regular expressions. Uh, no, no, these aren't regular expressions. These are, this is just basic wiki documentation stuff. Um, let's see. So Botnot, I'm in VS Code because I have a slightly more custom workflow that does some cool stuff. For example, I generate a lot of my scripts. I use external APIs and stuff. I do a lot of fancy things. And one of them is making being able to hopefully integrate some markdown documentation into my game. Like we can have like sort of descriptions for stuff. In fact, maybe we should start actually. We can hopefully do more. It'd be nice if I could just export this into the game directly as documentation because it is just stored as markdown documents. So like if I do a good job, I might be able to just automatically port this stuff over, which could be handy. I know that people don't necessarily read the documentation, but it's good to have just a fallback, I think. Sounds good, Ryan? Um, well, in fairness, Wolfgamer, neither have I. I have. It has been a week since I last streamed. Uh, Stands for never gonna come out. It's quite possible. But I'm working my hard to make sure that doesn't happen. At the very least, we're definitely gonna get the Superhero Life 2 remake out, which is good. Um, Sanctuary City, Sanctuary City, the main map for mastering Superhero Life 2. All right, let's just make a new folder for legacy stuff. Legacy. Okay, so we're gonna Superhero Life 2. I want to go with maybe like classic. Um, Maybe actually legacy. Let's be consistent with it. This isn't Coca-Cola. Yeah, exactly, Heroes. Yeah, in fact, well, GTA 56, I think that'd be a pretty fun game. Hopefully, I live long enough to see it. Or just GTA 6. Um, all right, so Legacy games. Since the beginning, since the Superhero Life uh, series has been going since 2015, during which it has released 3 games and created many prototypes and tech demos. Let's see. That might one day become games. Well, I guess. So from here, uh, I think I'm gonna unorganize it that way. I'm gonna go instead with legacy content, 3 games, and contains many unreleased assets and maps. As is okay, so let's see. A series of games where you create your own superhero in a and role play, go on adventures with other players. Okay, so now we can start tying all this stuff together. Okay, so super. Very much. Okay, so released in 2017. But yeah, in fact, yeah, no, Superhero Life 3 had. I'm always going to appreciate it because it did a much better job technically. It just really messed up the design. And yeah, yeah, though Superhero Life 1 has been broken for a very long time. Um, yeah, so that's why we're remaking these, so that we can make up for the mistakes of the past. Released in 2017. Um, Known for a very flexible character creator system, relatively low uh, cost to play. No, what's a better way to say that? With few items restricted through monetization. The only reason I mention this is not because that's changing, but because Superhero Life 3 is going to, mess that up. You know, uh, Um, well, that's the difference between me and PewDiePie. He can afford lawyers. Let's see. All right. I think so. Now we're okay. So now we're going to have so path legacy content, and then path maps. Okay. So now effects. Okay. So now we're tying it all together. Okay. Here left to legacy. Um, so now, okay, it's all getting tied together. We can see the animation progressing nicely. Let's see. I think I want to make stuff a little bit more chaotic. Okay. But hey, yeah, so we're gonna be able to build all this out. I well, I don't think you need to, Wolf Gamer. She's not a bad person or anything. There's no reason to have bad feelings. I appreciate you trying to be supportive, but there there's uh there's no part of me which wishes ill will to that very nice and wonderful woman. I think that's what makes it complicated to an extent. It's breaking up with someone who you don't really have a problem with. You just probably shouldn't be dating, you know. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your brother, though. Hope he finds someone that's right for him. Okay, so okay, yay. Okay, so we're going to build this out over time. But for now, let's actually go back and get some of the work done for um, all of this stuff. So what release are we on? Okay, so we are at okay. So Wally, um, where's synthetic at? So synthetic, um, 9.2.1. Okay, let's see. Let's actually update let's update Wally first. Um, Computer's so slow. That's probably the main downside of moving continents. I probably could have gotten a better computer, but instead I spent a lot of money moving. So anyway, we're just gonna have to, re-earn that. Mm. Honestly, if it's all right with y'all, I kind of prefer this didn't just become a chat about that, you know? I'd rather we talk about games and stuff. That's what I like talking about. Um, but yeah. Oh, sounds like a good idea, Squid Stick. Sounds fun. Yeah, I would love. I think the dream would be that you could somehow have your characters across games. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, let's see. Ooh, Enjoy Zone. Yeah, the you're going. Let's see. Is that one also Naughty Dog or is that a different one? Can't remember. Okay. It's all good. It's all good, heroes. I know it's interesting. It's Insomniac. That was it. Okay, they're the ones who made the Spider-Man game. Um, sorry, I get my story-heavy action games confused. Oh, he's yelling at me. Why is he yelling at me? What? I don't know what that's about. Okay, but yeah, I think we should be good to work on. It's good things. Okay, so we have melee. Okay, I think we were doing ranged last time. So let's see how that's going. Um, did I? Oh, Rojo bro. Huh. Let's try that again. Much better. Okay, so now, um, ooh, looks like it's angry at me. That's what I get for refactoring the code. Humanoid util. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Um, is the UI at least still working right? Maybe. Okay, we'll see. By you, is that working right? Um, okay, so let's see. So we have ranged. It's been so long since I last worked on it. I don't actually remember too much about. Oh, it's angry at me. It's exhausting. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Exhausting. Okay, so why is it yelling at me? Wait a second. Oh, there, you're there. Okay. So, okay, so we have them equipping. Yeah. Well, I still have jet lag, kind of. The last sleep schedule is just going to be drifting for a bit. Okay, we're going to have to move these two apart a little bit. Um, okay, let's try this. Where are you? So exhausting. Okay, I'm just gonna reopen Studio because something's wrong with it, and yeah. So I'm just gonna hopefully it'll fix it. I I'm glad that people have so many positive experiences with Common Historian. I I almost don't want to watch it though because if I like him, then he's dead, you know, and we're not going to get to see more. It's the same reason I'm not really, even though everyone seems to say, "Oh, Berserk's an amazing anime." Well, I guess manga. The animes have been hit or miss. The I don't know if I really want to engage with it because I know that like the guy didn't make it to the end of it, and you know it's sad, and it's like I don't know. I want to wait until everyone says, "Oh yeah, they wrapped it up and it was good." And I guess for like a YouTube personality, you can't really do that. So I don't know. Well, hey, I guess I'm glad someone's carrying on his legacy. I don't know. I don't know who would take over superhero life if I passed away. Probably Ryan. I guess that's my successor, Ryan. Though I'm sure he does not want that role. Let's see. Uh, okay, so that is not working currently. Okay, so let's. Okay, so we need to make it. We need to have the projectile actually render, don't we? Yeah, not liking anime is probably the right approach. I don't blame you for that one. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's because I never hooked up this. Okay, so that's more workable, hopefully. Okay, so made give task util.fire. Um, okay, so what all is here? I guess we can just let it fill in. Okay, so on impact invoke, we can just pass this on through, probably. What's it? Why is it angry at me? Okay. On impact invoke, let's just make this an offset to it so we can better translate it across client to server. Offset. So on impact invoke, lifetime. Let's see. For projectile spin, vector 3 dot 0. Projectile would be what? Can't remember. Is this the projectile or projectile template? I think it might actually be the live projectile. Hmm. Okay, so let's just make the projectile now. So projectile equals it's dot new part project. Let's see, projectile dot shape is equal to enum part type cylinder or something. Projectile Nice. Let's see. Actually, it's probably do 0.5 and 0.1. No, wait. I keep forgetting that the x-axis is the y-axis for that one. Um, projectile.material equals enum.material.neon. Projectile.color is equals to color3.from HSV 0.2, 1, 0.8. I always forget how quickly HSV goes to green. Just want sort of an orangish yellow. Okay, 9.5, 1.25, 1.2. That's probably good. Let's see. Will you remove superheroes from the Superhero 2 remake? Maybe. We'll see. Don't tempt me. I might change the fix. I might fix the spelling of superhero. It's one word. I've realized that a long time ago, but it's already too late for stuff. So I might go about and make it one word. So that expect that adventure ahead. Um, okay, so projectile to anchored equals true. Let's see. Projectile can touch equals false. Um, I'm torn between making this like a thing that just renders. Okay, we'll just do it that way. Okay. Um, let's see. Gravity influence one projectile. Projectile. Give task. Okay. Projectile dot. Um, I'm trying to think what else we'd want. Origin. So I guess acceleration. Let's actually. How fast should we be aiming for this? We're gonna pull open up. Import package physics util. Okay, um, so for velocity, I guess. Well, we don't need to actually be like a bullet level. I need to decouple that. Um, superhero. Oh, add like 15 spaces. Um, all right. Projectile. Let's see. So I guess the bullet should slow down over time. So maybe like 10, but then we can have the initial velocity be like 150 or something. That way, in theory, you could actually run faster than a bullet, whatever. I think that'd be kind of funny. Um, so aim, origin. Man, pulled a muscle in my chest moving in. There's nothing more unnerving than pulling a muscle in your chest because it's like, is it the important muscle? Did did I just experience heartbreak? No. Yeah. I'll feel less worried about it once I'm biking again because when you don't like get enough exercise and then you have a chest pain, it's like, oh no, that's what I get. Shouldn't have gotten the shouldn't have had pizza for 2 days in a row. But let's see. Why is it yelling at me for this still? Oh, because it's got to have it return a boolean. Okay, that makes more sense. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that, Squid Stick. Oh no, I don't want to be Drake. Yeah, Papa John's is good. I I missed that a lot when I was in Brazil. Okay, so let's also just add a little trail. Local trail equals made give task instance.new trail. Um, let's see. Oh, I spelled trail wrong. Okay, let's actually do this again. Um, okay, so trail dot equals projectile. Um, trail dot color equals color sequence new projectile dot color trail dot width scale. All right, so I let's go or just projectile dot size dot y dot size. Did I type that or did Copilot? Okay. Let's go Z in case we ever go to a non-cylinder. Um, hmm, actually, no, that would be worse. Uh, trail dot light emission equals 1. Trail dot light influence equals 0. Okay, let's trail dot lifetime is equal to uh, yeah, sure. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so now what we're going to do is every single okay, so I'm trying to figure out, so what's even like the right, so target CF, okay, so we're just going to local velocity is equal to, I guess this shouldn't be velocity, this should be speed because it's not actually velocity until we add the different vectors. But yeah, I mean, in fairness, there's a huge variety in terms of what pizza should look like. So, I think everyone could find a pizza which looks just a bit odd to them. Um, okay. Hmm. Trying to think like what's like the best. Okay. So velocity if origin CF. So we're gonna check to make sure that it's gonna make sure that it's not 0. Because if it's the exact same location, then that's not gonna fly. So velocity. Well, isn't yeah? Wait a second. Yeah, right. Tomato's a fruit. You want sauceless? That's just cheese sticks. Played yourself. Um, let's see. local CF is equal to origin CF. Okay, so now, so what we're going to do is local next CF is origin. Well, actually, so let's okay, so we need to start by, okay, so we have this velocity. And so what we got to do is we have to first velocity, Copilot. What's it called? Not air density. Is it what is that called? Gravity. I'm sorry. It's not a good thing to forget. I know. I know. So that should be there. So we can. So we add the gravity the gravity deceleration equals velocity minus plus. Hmm, I guess we'll just start by having it deaccelerate from a okay. So dot magnitude. Um, well, we don't want to necessarily have it go. Okay, I will just make it a constant. Local grav norm equals vector 3 dot y-axis. It's negative. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're basically just we're mapping out the yeah. I got you. Pineapple does not feel right to me. Um, but honestly, at this point, so long as it has tomato sauce, I'm going to be happy. Yeah, look, my hands look very big right now. Ooh. So origin CF. Okay, so local normal is equal to velocity dot unit if, okay, so if velocity dot unit or velocity dot magnitude is less than or equal to 0. I know it would never technically be less than 0, but it feels safer than equals 0. I don't know why. I destroy return. Um, okay, so normal local acceleration is equal to okay, so if they were both aligned, okay, I'm trying to do some vector math in my head. Sorry. Um, oh, best of luck with that, Ryan. Oh no, I've been trolled. Wait, no, I haven't been trolled. I'm not Drake. I don't. I don't want to be Drake. I never wanted to be Drake. He was always weird, even before all the allegations came out. He just seemed like I don't know, something off about him. Yeah, the acceleration is equal to acceleration times delta time times normal. However, I want it, okay, so I want it to only be the, I want it to only deaccelerate if it is not facing towards gravity. So we're going to have to do a dot product with grav norm, which actually let's okay. So okay, so let's say so local grav acceleration plus acceleration. Okay, so it would be normal times. So if it's going directly down, it will have a 1. And so if it's directly aligned with it, I would want it to be a 0. However, if it's going directly up, that would be a negative. And so going to do math.clamp 0, 1. Okay. No, but I want this to only happen if acceleration is less than 0. So if acceleration is less than 0, then else 1. Okay, yay, flawless logic. Okay, so we've got the velocity figured out. Let's actually just put these in a little, just this little do end area so that we can have a clean workspace if we want to define the normal again. Hand reveal when? What are you talking about? Right here. Massive. All right. Or if, honestly, I might have to do a face reveal if I don't sit in my chair correctly. Yeah, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Well, I literally am getting one of those little stands today, so hopefully that will allow for a slightly more, uh, professional camera placement. We'll see. But yeah, so the normal is equal to velocity.unit, do normal, blah, 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 blah. So from there, what we're going to do is local step is equal to okay, so local next CF is equal to frame.new, or how about this? Goal position is equal to CF.position plus velocity times delta time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to raycast. And for that, let's see. So we're going to add one of those. Local. Raycast params are weird because you don't make them with instance.new, but I could have sworn they were an instance. Okay, well, if not, then that's great. They used to be treated as an instance, so I guess we don't have to clean them up. That's good. Um, oh yeah, they changed it. Probably for the best. Um, so I'm actually coding a separate thing and using this cool tool called Rojo. All my changes, you can see it right here. All my changes actually sync automatically. It leads to, so I don't really have to, I can just work in the environment I want without having to, yeah. Oh, I'm glad to hear, Hero. I actually have very fast internet right now. So, um, yeah, the, so that should be good. Yeah, but no, you're correct, Squid Stick, in the sense that, like, yeah, I write it here and then it shows up there. How about exclude? Hmm. Hmm. Trying to figure out what's the right way to yeah, because I guess I don't want okay. So raycast params filter type ignore water equals false, though I don't think we actually have any here. Respect can collide equals true. Um, I think that's probably it. Okay, so now uh, we can add that. So what we're going to do is workspace raycast cf.position. Oh wait, oh we should also add the projectile. Raycast position to goal position. Cast frames. Oh, I guess we should make this into a direction instead of a raycast params. Uh, local result is equal to that. So now if this is checking to see if we've hit something. So if result then on impact invoke. Okay. Okay, so offset is equal to, let's see, offset is equal to blah, blah, blah. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so local offset is equal to result dot um, equal to C-frame dot from matrix goal, I guess, let's see, result dot position, no, bad, result dot position velocity dot unit dot, oh wait, what was it? So I guess hmm, maybe instead of returning a C-frame, I will do a position and normal. Position vector 3 normal vector 3 impact velocity vector 3. Okay, so that should be easier to pass around. So result dot position, result dot normal, result, I guess, velocity, and then so I'm trying to think. How should we handle ricocheting? You know, like when should we have it bounce? Um, hmm. How about let's just make a new one called bounciness, and we're gonna have that be oh no wait. I feel like there's got to be more complicated logic for the bouncing. Let's see. Okay, how about this? Uh, Instead, what if we instead remove this and made it that? No. On impact, get impact read. I feel like I haven't thought this through. I'll be curious about the new Captain America trailer for sure. Um, please don't post any spoilers, Squid Stick. It's actually not before the trailer's out. Um, Yeah. Oh, we're talking about something. Um, sorry, heroes. I haven't been looking at the chat recently. Will you release a test version of the map soon? Once I have the basic version of the powers done, a basic version of the character creator done, and a basic version of the map. Well, the basic version of the map is done. So we just got to get the powers done, and then once we have that very basic thing, then we'll move them over people to play. So powers and customization. Um, okay, so yeah, probably best not to spoil it. Let's see. No idea how I want to handle the bouncing. I have no idea at all. Because I feel like it shouldn't bounce off of a person, you know? Like, how in the past did I get character from hit? Okay, so let's just open up impact util. So import subshared power impact util, just shortened to impact util. Um, so if if impact return, so if impact util get character from hit, then end. Okay, so okay, so bounce max bounces, bounce energy loss. I guess elasticity. Um, okay, so now we have max bounce is 4. Okay, well now we just kind of messed things up. Okay, so max bounces, let's have it be 3. Elasticity 0.99. What's he yelling at me for? Oh, fair. Okay, so let's honestly, that one might be one we want to keep this way. Okay, so on impact invoke. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the longer version of this function and handle it within the bullet method. That way, we can just use the shorter version of it for plugging it into other weapons. But so if not on the invoke, then else. Actually, we should just run that no matter what. But yeah. Normal impact velocity. Now, we're going to have it like add bullet mark. Plus play sound. But we can't add blood, but we can local hit character. If hit character, then apply damp play sound. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Let's get back to working on the actual update method. Custom minifigures are very fun. I like seeing those. I think I'm on a subreddit for it. It's like, just something about the Lego minifigure is just so versatile. Um, just feels right. Yeah, yeah. It's tough with the whole toy aspect of it. I guess that's always going to spoil it a bit because you have to get a head start in that. You can't just start working on the Lego set when the movie comes out. But yeah. Okay, so get character from hit. You know what I'd love to see a Lego series of? Dune. That'd be fun. I would love to see that. I think that would work very well. So get character from hit. Granted, I don't know how much kids love Dune, so who knows if it's a good business direction, but I think you get some cool Lego sets out of it. Um, get character from hit. Then, if not get character from hit, then local. Okay, so local bounce count equals 0. So then bounce count plus equals 1. Okay, so we're going to do a bounce here. So um, let's see. So what's the right way to do this? Okay, so what I think we're going to have to do first is we're going to have to offset the okay, so the new normal equals velocity dot unit. Okay, if velocity dot magnitude is over 0, then okay, so velocity dot unit dot result dot normal. So so velocity dot unit times velocity dot magnitude times result dot normal. If I think this should cause a ricochet, and then we should just multiply it by elasticity. Okay, so if bounce count is over max bounces equals made destroy return. Um, so that should redirect things I believe. So question is, how much, okay, so local delta, okay, so first let's figure out how much distance was covered. So CF dot position, so local progress is equal to, okay, so CF dot position else. So I guess else, let's just do the simple version first. We're going to have it so that if it doesn't hit anything, it is just going to let's see, so local origin CF okay, so CF dot position. So CF is equal to C frame new goal position facing towards, let's see, what was that new constructor? Look at. Okay, look at goal position, target, velocity dot unit, grav norm. Okay, so that would be pretty good. Now, here, we actually want to replace the goal position with the post bounce one. So is he, I guess, let's just make a first, let's make one called progress. So progress is equal to, is that really it? Huh. Yeah, no, got it right. Good job, Copilot. Um, so local goal position is equal to result dot position. And this is assuming, so if progress is less than 1, then all right. See you, Ryan. Thank you for stopping by. Ah, yeah, that's always annoying, heroes. Yeah, no, Batman Arkham. It's not exactly Animal Crossing when it comes to how people treat each other. Okay, so progress. So goal position is equal to progress times velocity dot unit. Okay, so velocity dot unit times velocity magnitude times delta time plus result plus, I guess, result dot position. Okay, so that, in theory, should be okay. Let's give it a try. Actually, wait, I probably need to fix how it's implemented now. Okay, so shooter character, where's the character at? There it is. Actually, hold up. Let's go back to this and move the character to the beginning of it so that actually I'm gonna modify this. I'm gonna make it so that I'm gonna make it so that it actually just handles this stuff natively. Where this logic is not going to change. Why is he yelling at me? Oh, it's because I'm still adding it. Okay, so that looks all right. Now let's see what's going on here. Character, so we need to add this. Character, okay, so that looks fine. All right, let's see how it goes. Where are they? There you are. Oh wait, it's not. I'm not putting the. I'm not parenting the bullet. I was like, why is it not showing? Also, now that I think about it, I don't think I'm actually adapting the projectile. Um, I don't think I'm actually adapting the projectile's position. Pivot to CF. Actually, how about let's just stop doing CF as some global thing and origin CF, then local CF equals what's it called? Projectile. We're going to want to use pivots so that for stuff with like arrows where the mesh might not be facing the direction we want, we can just sort of work around that. Okay. How many references to the CF is there currently? Well, there's enough, so we'll just keep that there. So projectile pivot to. Also, let's make projectile a parent of the workspace. Dot parent is equal to workspace. All right, let's give this another shot. Beautiful. Not exactly what I had in mind, admittedly. Oh no, it's not cleaning up. What is this? Am I not memory binding it? Okay. Task.spawn. I guess let's start by adding a task.spawn function. I guess task.delay because that's what we actually want. Lifetime function if is alive, then end. Okay, that should work fine. Though I still need to figure out why it didn't clean up in the first place. Okay, so maybe it's something in the actual shoot thing. Well, actually, I don't know if we actually want it to not clean itself up. So we might not want to bind it. Like if you shoot something and then put your gun away, that should still be fine, you know? Where did it go? Exhausting. Okay, so we're adding these. Let's bind this made to when the projectile is destroyed. No, wait, that wouldn't happen. Ugh. Okay, how do we do this? Local. It is surviving impact. If is surviving, if not is surviving impact, then made destroy. Nice. Okay, let's give this a shot. I just don't know why it's not showing up anymore. If is alive, print cleanup. Time passed. Cleaning up. Okay, so let's try this. Is it rendering? For some reason, it's no longer function. Okay, so I think, where is that lifetime thing? Okay, there we go. Let's also just do one for the, but wait, how would it know when it's cleaning up that? This is annoying. Okay, how about, so on finish invoke is hit. So local was false. Let's actually move this over here. So we're going to have this one be an extra function at the bottom so that we, hopefully, so on finish invoke, how about let's make this instead of a is timeout. So local is timeout. It's true. Okay, so that should work. Okay. Okay, so on impact invoke. So I think these should clean stuff up better, which is good. So we don't make a bunch of memory leaks. Whoop, wrong one. And all right, thank you, heroes. Zone, careful. Well, I think I heard some discourse on this a while back. Um, I think that the reasoning is um, that there are actual like forces at work that prevent New York City or not New York, Gotham from being fixed with just money and wealth. Um, though obviously, so long as he's a billionaire, there's always going to be a legitimate class critique. You know, he could just be a multimillionaire, you know, cleaning up fire. Okay, let's try this. Give task function. I just want to know, why is it not parented to the workspace anymore? Did I mess that up? Did I just remove it? Huh. Maybe I did. Maybe that's what happened. Okay. So let's give this a shot. Wrong one. Okay. I see that that initial speed is not going very well. So velocity, let's, what is our velocity? So speed is 150. Equals step equals 0. Print step equals step. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we have the print initial velocity. Oops, use the wrong one of these. Okay, so initial velocity. Acceleration. Gravity. So velo. Let's see. Oh, I see what happened. I'm not doing plus equals. Never mind. I don't need to have this robust of a tracking. I was like, why is it just slowly falling down? Turns out there's a reason. It's because I did it wrong, which I guess is usually the reason. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, not bad. I do think we probably projectile.pivot offset goes C-frame.angles. Let's see, so if we wanted to make the right side forward, we want to do math.rad90. I think that should get it relatively looking right. It's not bad. Okay, let's let's space them a little bit farther apart. Um, let's go 30 studs back. Okay, projectile hit, hit character. That's good, so that seems to be working all right. I guess we should probably add some like random spread or something, you know? Maybe not. I know you do zone. That doesn't mean you're not going to get in trouble. Let's see. Where did I just? Okay, so projectile hit. Okay, so projectile hit. Let's mess around with how this projectile looks for a second. Okay, so we have. Let's just make this a. Trail. What other trail properties are there? Min length is equal to projectile dot size dot x times 3. So projectile dot size equals trail dot min length times 2. Let's give this a shot. Am I parenting it? Oh, but it has to be an attachment. Okay, that's what's happening. Oh, now that I think about it, don't I have? Oh well. Okay. So local attachment equals instance dot new attachment attachment tile trail dot attachment 0 was attachment trail dot what is it? Isn't there like a special type of brightness? Let's go out that to the max. Isn't there like a special thing? Brightness, face camera. Sure, why not? Trail dot lifetime light emission, light influence, local transparency monitor, texture length, transparency, width scale. Um, hmm. All right, so let's just make a little trail for a second. Okay, so texture, how do I make it so that I thought there wasn't there a way to do this with just one attachment? Okay, let's just. I think I did some trail stuff earlier, so maybe I'll just go check out my um, trail data. Okay, so attachment type. That's what it was. No, that's handle though. Um, oh, I think I remember how it is. The it's actually that's not actually meant. It's meant to provide sort of a C-frame initial width to it, if I remember correctly. So let's actually fix that. It's like, why isn't the trail showing up? That's trails are cool. They should just show up. Okay, so attachment 0, local attachment 1, um, attachment 1 dot position is equal to vector 3 dot new projectile dot size dot y divided by 2. We can just do the same thing for this, except going in the opposite direction. Um, let's see, and then we'll just have to add attachment 0 and attachment 1 together, and this should allow us. How much longer is the stream? There's no specific amount of time, I guess. You know, looks like my camera crashed. Just my luck. Mhm. Um, let's see. There we go. Uh, trail attachment 0. I think we'll pause after we get the projectile working. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, that's working all right. It is kind of making me. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. Okay, let's actually bring an anchored part over here and see how well it handles the deflection stuff. So currently, it seems that it does not handle it at all. So let's see what's going on with that. It is modifying. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. You can see because the trajectory was modifying, so it is doing something to it. I think what happened is I just need to make this negative. Um, so that shouldn't be too hard. Let's give this a shot. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we should be able to look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, and it's bouncing over there too. I love it. Check that out. That's very fun. Let's see. Yep, ricocheting bullets. Woo! It's interesting. They have, despite the fact that they're all theoretically deterministic, there is actually a spread of them, you know? Like they aren't just landing in the exact same spot. I'm guessing that's a floating point error. It's still very interesting. Okay, but let's let's make this a little bit more, let's modify this a bit. So let's make it 0.6. We're going to increase the speed massively and then see how things go. All right, so let's also make this person a lot further back. I think we should probably only do two bounces. You know, I feel like having it honestly maybe just even one, like because no, let's go with two for now, and maybe we should have it so that it let's make it so that if it goes below a certain speed, um, local initial bullet speed is equal to 150, or let's make it 450, and we can have it so that if the bullet speed um, and is over is under um, is over impact velocity that magnitude. No, let's not do it. Let's not do it that way. Um, maybe we just need to lower the lifetime. That might be the easiest way to get around this. On impact info. What did I do wrong? I messed up something. Okay, yeah, no, I should have removed that instead. Okay, so 450. Let's make the lifetime 2 seconds instead. Lifetime. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Let's move this back a bit, just so we can get more of a feel for how the bullet. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, that's pretty fun. Maybe it shouldn't remove nearly as much energy. Why is it always bouncing? Why is it not continuing in that direction? Okay, let's see if this is an issue with terrain or an issue with collision. Okay, so let's move this here. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, that's pretty fun. How many bounces do you think is the right amount? Let's see how this looks. Honestly, I almost feel like we don't need the initial projectile to even be visible at that point. Like it's just like what's the actual purpose? Oh, we should. Okay, so width scale. Yay. So the idea is that we've made sort of an underlying we've made an underlying engine for any type of projectile with a lot more parameters, and so lasers and stuff should be pretty easy to do correctly. At least that's the hope. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. Um, let's see. I guess with that in mind, how does it look when we integrate it into this? No, that's not what I want. I think it was under boot service. We might want to add some camera shake stuff. That could be pretty good. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. We'll work on a camera shake thing. Okay. So projectiles, flight, move. Um. Okay. But no, I think that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good stopping point for right now. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Question is, should I make the? Is it just me, or is it not starting at the? Hmm. Okay. New thing. We're gonna have it start at the we're gonna update the render sequence so that it actually updates it um, it's gonna update the position um, every time. So we're gonna have it because right now I'm gonna have it pause a frame. Let's see if that makes it show up. I swear it's only rendering from like the first frame out, you know? Oh wait, let's so let's try that instead. That's better. See, it actually has a chance to render the first one. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah, that's the yeah, nice. See if we can get an exact shot of it bouncing. That's pretty cool. It's interesting. You can see it actually like bounces at it does the bounce logic a little bit differently every time. I bet that's because of the frame rate. Because mm, because it's not actually drawing. It's like it's basically taking the start and stop position and then like sort of taking a shortcut around it. I don't really know how I'd fix that though. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Also, am I crazy or is it like it feels like it's not getting smaller towards the tip of it? Oh well. All right, but I think this is pretty good. Yeah, let's just make one small modification to the impact stuff. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Seal. Thank you, Squid Stick. No, don't worry, Eric. Okay, I'm tapping out in a moment. Don't worry. I appreciate you holding on for as long as you could. So on impact. Okay, so the impact velocity. Okay, yeah, then I think that is it. All right. Thank you all very much for joining me on my first Colorado live stream. It seems my camera has crashed again. Oh well, just my luck. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, no, thank you all very much for stopping by. Look forward to hopefully a better camera setup as well as some cool stuff. I think next time we'll probably be doing some stuff with camera shakes and just integrating that gun into a playable version, and then maybe starting to set up how we're actually going to organize having multiple powers equipped at once. Yeah, because right now all these are abilities, which I'm kind of like puppeting. Um, when once we've tested a little bit how it feels to do different attacks while like moving around and like with one thing in each hand, I think that we'll have a better idea as to how we're going to put that all together. But yeah, thank you all very much, and I will see you next time. All right. Peace.